Hello, amazing people. Welcome back to yet another insightful session, another insightful episode that would sort of broaden our mind towards why it is important that we strive towards making a change, creating an impact, so that people that are coming behind us can look at what we've done, the content we've put out, the thing or the impact we've sort of created in the world, as and use that as a stepping stone towards where they intend to go as a person, as an individual. So the idea I wanted to speak on today is that it is important that we start building or working in the process of what we want to become, or the kind of change we see to create or we seek to create. The idea that we start creating early, the idea that we start to work in the process early, even if we don't have all the required resources or the required elements in place, but we are in the process, we are taking the actions daily, towards creating that change we desire, that vision that we see, that impact that we see. It's important that we start swinging into action early. What this does and why it is very important in that is that it enables us to make that mistakes sort of early. It enables us to sort of reiterate, swinging into action, making the mistake, checking what's working, checking what's not working, developing and growing as we go, from start, rather than just waiting until when you have the perfect resource, you have all the requirements in place, or all the sort of technological or technical know-how, expertise, skills in place before you start. You understand? So it's important that in anything we set out to do, in any change we seek to see in the world, in any vision we've sort of better in our mind to create in the world, it is right that we swing into action early. We sort of reiterate and start creating early. We are working in the process early so that we can make those mistakes on time, get the right skill, get the right technical know-how, by various iterations and reiterations early, so that when we then elevate towards becoming someone that has the required skills, the required competencies, the required resources, we are better off and we are better, sound at what creating that change on time at a much more increasing rate. This is very, very important, and this is what I thought to share in that, because we as an individual, we as a person, we as a being, we only get better at something when we consistently take action on it, when we consistently reiterate on it, when we consistently walk in line with the change, with what we intend to see in the world, when we consistently put in the work to become better, to grow. So with the resources you have, with little or no resources you have, with the little or no skill requirements that you have, you kind of swing into action, into just putting yourself in that zone, in that change zone, in that process that you see, or that change that you seek to see in the world. Just putting yourself in that zone is sort of coordinate your mind towards that vision that you see for yourself. It is very, very important. You don't have to have all the resources needed yet before you swing into actions. You don't have to be fearful about making mistake and say, I don't want to make mistake. Mistake is necessary. It's part of human existence. It's part of what we must consistently do. We must consistently make mistakes. This will enable us to improve, because we'll be aware of what is working, what is not working, what we can do to better change the narrative, to better change the process. It's important that we start making the mistakes early, and this is why I've got to share this, the idea that we must start working in the process, swinging into actions, putting in the work early, even though we don't have the visions clearly yet enough, even if it's just a nudge, a sort of just that burning desire, even though you don't know what you want to do very, very clearly yet. Swinging into action, as you walk in it, the path becomes visible, the road becomes clear. You are making mistakes, you are reiterating, you are making sure that as you're making the mistakes, you are becoming better. It's not going to be easy, because mistakes can sometimes put you off. It can sometimes make you feel as though, why am I even doing this in the first place? But it's important that we keep pushing through, we keep just being in that process, improving step by step, action by action, to becoming better, to becoming a better person, to becoming much more refined in that change you intend to see, in the skills required to make the change, in the skills required to make that impact, in the level of resources required to make that change, to make that impact. This is very, very important, and this is what I thought to share today, guys. I want to share your thoughts, to share your opinion on what you think about this certain subject matter. And until the next video, I'll see you. Bye.